Hello, Gulfport. Mayor Sam Henderson here with you. Want to share some more information in our ongoing quest to recover from these hurricanes. We've been getting a lot of feedback, particularly meetings, regarding this process, and I know it's very frustrating and it's very difficult. And we want to try and continue to get information to you as rapidly as we can. Part of the issue is, and I need people to understand this, is that just as you are tied to rules of the city, the county, the state, and FEMA, the city is likewise obliged to follow those same rules for these overarching agencies. So many of the problems that we're having are not singular Gulfport problems, but problems that come from this multi-agency, multi-jurisdictional approach that we have to take following these storms. And it is extremely onerous, both to homeowners and also to the folks at the city who really desperately want to get you back on your feet. But we have rules we have to follow as well. As I said at our previous meeting, I wish that we had infinite resources, infinite money, and infinite power to simply step in and wave a magic wand and solve this problem. But unfortunately, that is not the case. We are one of hundreds of cities and indeed hundreds of natural disasters across the country that are also being dealt with by FEMA. So we are trying our best to get through this, and we want to do our best to help you. So I do ask that you please be patient with our people. Please try to gain an understanding of what the impasse is. And I know it's easy to just blame local government. We're right here. We're available. We're the ones that you see face to face. But please bear in mind that a lot of the problems that we're having are not problems that were created by the city. They are indeed problems that we are also trying to solve with you. So some news: the Community Development Online Portal link is located on the city's homepage under the quick links and on the Community Development Department webpage. So to look up if your property has a substantial damage letter, visit mygulfport.us and to get onto that portal. The City of Gulfport Building Department is currently issuing 3 types of minor repair permits to improve properties' habitability while they wait for substantial damage letters to be issued. So these are the ones where if you just have a minimal amount of damage to deal with, so things dealing with, say, electricity or air conditioning or plumbing, things that you can do to get back into your home if it can be made livable fairly easily. These permits can be issued again for HVAC units, exterior equipment to be installed at code required elevation. This is again a FEMA regulation, not a city regulation. When we talk about elevating these utilities, plumbing for replacement water heaters, and electrical for repairs to electrical services to restore electric to the building for properties located in flood zones. This makes the home livable for the resident if these minor repair permits can be applied to your property. Residents are encouraged to obtain repair estimates from licensed contractors and to proceed with permit applications. If you have someone who is not a licensed contractor, they are wasting your time because they're not going to be able to pull these permits. On the status of determining the valuation of condominiums for issuing flood damage repair permits, we did, just on the 17th of December, finally receive some good news at the county level that we can now use. Permitting can be done with a blanket permit for each building for all of the damage caused to both the building from both hurricanes, and they can submit the cost valuation listing it by condo unit. It has also been agreed that it can be done as one individual unit. However, this would also be dependent on the homeowners association assigning a valuation for each individual unit. So we did finally get the go-ahead that we can do this blanket permitting for condo buildings as opposed to going unit by unit. This is something we had to wait to get confirmation on before we could move forward. The City of Gulfport is also waiving building construction permit fees until March 2025. So these will be in effect until March 1st, 2025. We have extended these once again. We do ask that you get these in as soon as you can, and check in, verify that these are indeed correct. There's such a volume that's moving through right now. It's good to call and check and see what the status is of that permit. And again, I cannot emphasize enough having a licensed contractor doing this to make sure that you're not getting left in the dust by someone trying to take advantage of where you're at. We've had a lot of folks that have been upset, particularly about the pace. We're hearing all these complaints, and believe me, we are hearing you. I do ask that folks continue to be kind to one another while they're going through this process. Please don't get your news off of Facebook. So much on Facebook and social media is just designed to disrupt. It is not the place to gain your information. We encourage you to call 727-893-1000, to go to mygulfport.us in order to find this information, and to call us. Make contact with us directly. We do understand your frustration. We are not living in some bubble outside of all this. We live here with you. We work here, and it's very important to us to get back on our feet. But I do ask that we all take some accountability in where we're finding our information and who we're casting blame at in this process. As more information becomes available for us, we will certainly share that. In the meantime, I hope everyone manages to have some sort of a decent holiday, a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate, whatever floats your boat. I hope you get some time to decompress. I hope you get some time to have a little bit of peace and joy in your life. And we will be back with you as soon as more information comes. We thank you, citizens of Gulfport, who are being helpful in this process and continue to do so. I thank our city staff for the long hours they work and trying to be diligent and help us through the process. And thank you to the Gabber for posting this information for our residents. Take care, Gulfport.